I'm sitting there in the leg press machine, exhausted after a very heavy set. I've got 4 or 5 plates on. I'm working up to 6 plates. I'm pushing and I'm pushing. Now, if you know a leg press, you know that that's not straight weight. I can't squat 6 plates. It's an angle, there's friction, all that stuff. So I'm not really thinking I'm pushing 6 plates, but I'm working hard. And then in between the sets, I stop, I look over my shoulder, and then I see a fella benching 4 plates like it ain't nothing. Then he goes to 4.5 plates. So, head over there, chat to him. The fella I'm talking about is Laz. I've made a video about him in the past. He's a 23-year-old fella that is elite, absolutely elite. He holds currently a 207 kilo bench press. He did that last year, so at 22. I've spoken about him at great lengths last time. Incredible. Like the fella is clearly genetically gifted when it comes to strength. He's built like a beast. As I was kind of watching him live doing 4 plates and then 4.5, I kept thinking to myself, God, man, I was leg pressing 4 or 5 plates, and I know how that feels on an angle with friction and not straight weight. This guy's holding 200 kilos in his hands. I think if you've been lifting in any amount of time, you will come to appreciate this thought where you are in the midst of your lifting career and you see somebody that's more advanced and you think to yourself, God, how does 200 kilos feel in your freaking hands? My best squat is 215. I know how crushing that is on my shoulders. And here is a guy that is much younger than me holding 200 kilos in his hands. It's just incredible. Incredible to see elite lifters around you. Incredible to witness it live. We all have social media. We all see what's happening. But I don't think you quite grasp, the feeling, of what these guys are doing. Laz was feeling really good today. He worked up, warmed up. He hit 180, went smooth. He went to 190. He said recently he did a PR with a triple. So he's kind of been feeling well recently. He's had a bit of kind of shaky year in terms of like training and not feeling the greatest. Like, many of us, like I've spoken at length about my hip pain. I can imagine somebody that's an elite lifter, what pains and strains they feel moving weights like that. But today he felt well. And so some of the boys got around him and, we spotted him and I decided to record him. He attempted a 210 kilo bench press. Let me repeat that. A 210 kilo bench press. And this bench press is not your typical 210 bench press that I've seen on social media. This is close grip, dude. This is so freaking impressive that it's hard to believe your eyes, especially when you see it live. We got around him, slaps on the back, some ammonia. 200 flew up. I was sure that he was going to hit 210 as well. On the way down, he looked good. He said he felt good. And then on the way up, the left hand trailed a little bit behind. The bar started tilting and he had to get help. So he failed it. But, the conversations after that were really interesting. He said that he's going to be washed out for the next week after doing something like that. And it's like incredible to hear a guy talk about that. And, something else that I thought was interesting as well, that he had basically straight after that, a lower back and mid back cramping, essentially a pump that turned into a cramp from the arch, from that holding that position. So for anyone out there who thinks bench pressing is about shoulders and triceps and chest alone, I think that right there is what's holding you back in terms of bench press training. Bench press is so much damn more than what you think. Sure, the primary movers which are moving the bar, yeah, we can all agree that these are the muscles involved. But there's so much more going on, man. In order for those shoulders to stay locked in, down and back, so much other stuff needs to get involved. It is insane. And seeing a guy like this, look at his erectors. Look at his rear posterior chain, like his upper back. They're so well built. Yeah, of course, he's got pecs and he's got triceps, he's got forearms, he's got all of that. But for him to say after the lift that he had a lower back cramp and a mid-back cramp tells you how hard he had to work to maintain that position. Look at this. Absolutely unbelievable. He almost had it as well. Check it out. Man, I thought he had it. I thought he had it. Oh, man. And, last time he hit a bench press PI is more than a year, right? And it makes sense. Like, these guys who are at the top of the game, this shit doesn't come around this often, man. Like, it is... I mean, I am at a much, much lower level of progression in strength. And it took me 2+ years to increase my deadlift by 5 kilos. You couldn't imagine a guy like that that's benching 200+ kilos, how long it takes him to stack his chips correctly, to make sure that the training and the nutrition and all the interruptions in life, that you can just imagine at 23, he would have much more interruptions than somebody that's, stable family and family life like me. I remember when I was 23, there was so many distractions, man. There's so much going on. You got girls and it's the uncertainty about that and the dramas that comes with that. There's a lot of distractions for a 23-year-old. So to have all of that stacked correctly and for you to, plan everything accordingly and be elite in strength, a lot needs to go right for you to, increase your lifting. He almost had it. He absolutely almost had it. And, I'm not somebody that's around a lot of elite lifters. I go to a commercial gym. A lot of people that I'm around, I'm better than. But seeing a guy like this, it really kind of changes your perspective. Watching a guy that is a novice, watching a beginner train and thinking about the muscle insertions and motions and what needs to happen. And, you people watching the gym, that's what I do. And you kind of like study their movements and you think to yourself, okay, so this guy squatted whole stack of knee valgus. Or I reckon he needs a bit of glute training in order to keep his knees out. He needs his adductors are maybe too tight. Maybe his core's collapsing, thoracic spine's collapsing. But then you see Laz, do the bench press and he gets out of it and he's like, man, my lower back and my mid back is absolutely pumped. And you're like, shit. Out of everything that he could have said to me, I wasn't expecting that. But that is the type of information that blows your mind. Okay, so this is what a guy that's benching 200 plates, almost damn 5 plates, is benching. That's what he's telling you. So doesn't it make sense that if you increase your lower back and your thoracic back and your upper back, if you increase that strength, you will be more resilient under a bench press. You will be in a better position and you'll be able to grind away longer. Of course, and Laz will say that as well. Like, he's got a tricep day tomorrow. He's going to go crazy with triceps tomorrow. Of course. I'm not saying that, don't do triceps and chest and anterior deltoids, but there's much more to bench press than just what you think, man. And that is that comes with maturity in the gym. That comes with rubbing shoulders with people that are much better than you. And you start to wrap your head around, man, this bench press thing, man, it is as a full body exercise as squats and deadlifts are. And that's something that I took for granted. I just simply wasn't aware of for a very, very long time. So, Laz, I reckon you got 210 up your sleeve soon. Keep pushing. And it was freaking awesome to see it live, man. Appreciate you, fellas, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.